Some of these engravings I'm sure you will know of because they're pretty much meta and you have to get them, but others you will not. These are definitely outliers, and many of them completely outclassed other engravings by a landslide. From a bow combo that instantly charges shots, paired with an engraving wherein charged arrows become posture shots, to engravings that allow you to effortlessly deal 100% damage to enemies even if they have full armor. This list is stacked, and you're going to want to stick around for all of it. And in addition to showing you where these are located, I will be giving you some of the best strategies and tactics on how to pair these up. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Like I said, some of these you're going to know of, and the first one is Yukimitsu's Revenge. This is a Tanto for Naue, and the engraving is probably one of the best in the game for melee combat, because enemies afflicted with bleed, poison, or daze also become vulnerable. You can loot this from legendary chests in the ancient tomb of 𝐿𝐻𝐿𝐼. This is a pretty complicated 𝐿𝐻, but there are many guides online to show you exactly how to get through it. But you want to pair this with engravings that deal damage percentages when enemies are vulnerable. There are tons of them, ones that apply when you dodge, others that apply after performing certain moves. So I'm sure there are many ways that you can pair this up to quantify the damage that you deal to vulnerable enemies. This next one is called the Turquoise Zephyr, and it's a long katana that Yasuke used. This engraving allows you to push nearby enemies back when you perform a successful parry. So to obtain this, you actually don't really have to kill anybody, you just have to go looking around for it near Yamashiro's eagle's nest around this area. If you jump down into this little narrow path, you'll find it in a legendary chest near the Cliffs of Thought. And here's another thing, because in this area is also a place called the Path of the Brave. You'll be able to find it if you run around. If you successfully navigate this path, it'll take you to a chest as well. I didn't know this before. There's a way that you can kind of hack the game by saving before you open any chest or before you kill any enemy, so that you can decide the exact outcome of the gear or reward that you attain. So if you haven't gotten this yet, don't open the chest until you save, then open the chest. If you don't get the desired engraving that you want, then just reload it and try again until you get it. My suggestion is to get the one that gives you 600% affliction buildup when attacking vulnerable enemies. There are plenty others that will work in your favor. The one that I got was it applies plus 6% armor damage with consecutive attacks. And I have some great ideas for this. The whole point is a guaranteed epic piece. And later on in this guide, I'm going to show you why that's important, paired with one of the trinkets. Another reason that the Turquoise Zephyr is really great is because it pairs with the Protector's armor. Now this is one of my favorite pieces of armor. It's a chest piece. Then the engraving allows you to parry unblockable attacks. This armor is goated. Okay, because with Yasuke, you're always going to be surrounded by enemies. So if you pair this with the Turquoise Zephyr, then you'll be parrying enemies, putting them in vulnerable states while they're falling back. It's just a beautiful combination. You can get this Protector's armor from Neo's Palace. Now this next one is an engraving that you guys are really going to want, I'm sure. And I'm going to talk about this later on in the video even more because it's relevant to another video I want to share with you. But this right here is an engraving that allows all melee damage to inflict Daze. Daze is an affliction that completely confuses the enemy once their buildup is at 100%. They start whiffing attacks as if they're drunk. They pretty much can't block. And it's a really good affliction. When you put this on any weapon, all melee damage will be dazed. So let's say if you have a weapon that applies poison or bleed, it will effectively change that to the Daze affliction. This is in a vendor that's actually southeast of Neo's Palace. So once you get Protector's armor, then just head over there to that vendor and cop this awesome engraving. This next one is a Naginata for Yasuke. This engraving is such that every 8 seconds, the first strike will make enemies vulnerable. Anything that has to do with vulnerability is a plus in this game because you can deal massive damage to enemies that are vulnerable. You can insta-kill them. You can deal high percentages of damage to them. I mean, vulnerability is pretty much meta when it comes to damage dealing in this game. The way you obtain this is you just have to loot the legendary chest in Omi's Ibu Highlands at the Kashiwabara Fortress. There's only one Samurai Daisho here, and it's really far, so you're gonna have to get on your horse and gallop all the way over there. Once you obtain it, it's yours. All right, now listen up because this one is crazy. I wasn't really into bows as much until I found out about this insane combo. This will make me want to use bows all the time without using anything else. This is the Heartspiller and Dragon's Wrath combo. The engraving for the Heartspiller is such that charged arrows automatically become posture shots. And here's how you get it, okay? This is another complicated kofun. It's called the 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐵 kofun. And once again, you can go look on YouTube and find a guide that'll tell you exactly how to get through it in order to obtain this bow. You're going to want it, I'm sure. The kofun is located right here, okay? But you don't want to use this by itself. You want to combine this with the Dragon's Wrath engraving. And this is how you obtain the Dragon's Wrath. It's found in the retainer's quarters just outside of the Koriyama castle. I actually found this by accident, and this is why I love exploring the beaten paths, because I'm not even supposed to have this bow yet. Clearly, it's a higher level than I am, but the good thing is that you can use engravings on higher level legendary bows or weapons, even if you can't use the actual weapon. So this is why I combined it with the Heartspiller. So I just found this location randomly. The mission is called Tsutsui Agent. You kill an enemy named 𝐒𝐻𝐿, who is part of an unknown organization that I haven't unlocked yet, and it will drop for you. But here's what the Dragon's Wrath does. Automatically charges shots. So with Heartspiller, charged arrows automatically become posture shots. I mean, what kind of crazy combination is this? Just look how it works. It's insane. This is a combo you're definitely going to need just to have some fun and just be a beast with the bow. And since you're near Koriyama Castle, there's another headband that's a must-have. This is called the Omna Musha headband. The engraving allows you to vault over and behind enemies. Okay, this is crazy because with the backbreaker Tanto ability, posture attacks performed from behind have 100% armor piercing. This means it's going to attack the health directly. So you'll be able to deal massive damage all the time, because I've used this and all you have to do is sprint when you're in the vicinity of an enemy and it will vault over them. It will cause them to be vulnerable. So if you have some damage percentages that proc when enemies are vulnerable, it's going to be even worse. There is a piece that comes with this that allows you to knock enemies down by sliding into them, but I don't think that's as good as this. Maybe I'll try it later. Okay, this right here is another meta engraving with a trinket called Oni's Fury. This engraving is located in Torasusuki's den, located right here. It's very easy to get. There are a few enemies that have set up camp there. Just take them out, run over here and grab it out of the chest. Oni's Fury has an engraving on it that allows you to deal plus 15% damage for each slot that's non-legendary, which is why you need to make a build with all epic gear so you can retain that 60% damage bonus. You are definitely going to see the change in this. And that's the great thing about this game. It allows for gear that's not legendary to be relevant, and legendary gear is relevant because of the engravings. So you can put legendary gear on epic gear, which makes it a really awesome synergy when it comes to gear. Normally in loot games, whenever you get to legendary, you just pretty much get rid of all the epic or any other gear that's below it. In this game, it makes it relevant, which is awesome. Okay, now we're getting into the realm of finding engravings that are hard to find. I mean, a lot of these, they just tell you to go to this castle or that area and open up the chest and you'll get the piece. But some of these engravings you have to actually go find in the vicinity of areas. But let's start off with the Noh Masterstroke Costume that spreads afflictions on enemy death, because you're going to need this first in order to really benefit from the engravings I'm about to share with you next. You can get this from a legendary chest as you climb up this mountain in this area. Just search around and you'll find it right here. Now, this is a really good engraving that gives you 24% damage when hitting vulnerable enemies, perfectly paired with Yukimitsu's Tanto. There's a vendor located in Mabunu Vale, and it's just southwest of Mabunu Castle, located right here. And it's cool that all of these engravings are really cheap. But here's another damage one that's really great for Yasuke especially. 8% damage per adrenaline chunk. And you can get this from a vendor all the way west in Miyazaki Bay by the water. Oh, and I forgot to mention the Bloodshade, the engraving where an affliction buildup is not lost over time. This gives you 100% uptime on your afflictions. Like if you slash somebody and they bleed, the bleed meter is not going to go down. It's just going to stay there. So this is a really good engraving for any affliction build. And you can find this in a boat on the west side of the map in a legendary chest. Very easy to attain. Okay, now these engravings are insane and they're probably the best affliction engravings in the game. I included these in my bleed build, which I'm going to make an updated one for, and that one's going to be even worse. But Some of you were telling me that you couldn't find the vendor in UDA or you couldn't find the other vendor, but let me just give you a better representation of that and show you exactly the path that I took to get there. The first one is located in UDA, sold by this vendor, and both of these are east of the hideout, and the other vendor is in Yoshino, right here, in case you missed it. But let me just piggyback on the other engraving I was talking about, you know, where all melee is Daze Affliction Buildup. Well, there's another one where all melee damage is Poison Affliction Buildup. And a lot of you were asking me about this because I just uploaded a video wherein you can apply 2 afflictions at the same time on one weapon, the ball and chain. Instant bleed, instant poison, or instant bleed, instant daze. It is absolutely broken. And the way that you're able to do this is by putting this engraving on the blood letter. Now you can click on the video linked right here to see exactly how this is all set up and where you can get the blood letter from. And I just want to tell you that I'm sorry because I was searching for hours and I could not find how I got this engraving. I can't remember exactly where I found this at, but I'm pretty sure the vendor is in Yamashiro. There are a couple of them in this area, and since I have the engraving already, it won't give me the hint as to where it could be. But if you go to the hideout and cycle through your locked engravings, it will give you the hint, and maybe we can all find out together exactly where this vendor is at. And if any of you in the comment section know where to find this, please share below. Anyways, that'll do it for this video. And if you want to see how to combine 2 afflictions on one weapon, then click this video right here. It's absolutely broken and you're not going to want to miss it. But that'll do it for this video. I appreciate you watching to the end. If it helped you out in any way, don't hesitate to like the video and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. I'll see you in the next one. Be right out.